Hello, today we are going to talk about Git, the most popular version control system nowadays. Git is playing an increasingly important role for tracking changes in files and coordinating work on those files among multiple people. That's why it's a highly recommended tool for all software developers, including those who develop with GIT. In this video, I will explain you the most essential features of Git for web developers. We will see how to create a repository and get started with the version control for your project files. I will also explain you the basic Git operations such as checkout, commit and others. I'm Lars from Digiterry. Let's begin. Let's navigate to our project and create a local repository. So we go to our project file. So I'm here in the project and see Git status. So it's not yet initialized, we just do git init and then we can see that we have local repository. Now we create a remote repository. We go to github.com. If you don't have account yet, you can just sign up. I will sign in with my account. I go to my repositories and create a new one. So we give a name just project and create a repository. Now we can make our first commit. So we have to add here first some files. We add readme, git status. So we see here all untracked files, but we have here readme is going to be committed. Then we do git commit with the message first commit. Now we can set our remote repository. Git remote. I'll just copy paste it. And we can push changes. Git push origin to the master branch. Our username and password. So we have pushed our file. Our first commit was only readme pushing, so we can see the file here with one commit, and here's the commit message. Yeah, now let's try now to push the whole project. We just do git add everything, and then git commit all with the message initial commit, then git push origin master. So username and password. Yeah, it's committed, so we can see two commits here now. So we go to commits, we see initial commit and first commit, and we can also see the project files here. You have probably noticed that we have to enter our username and password each time we push changes. So if you want to connect to GitHub without supplying your credentials each time, you may need using SSH keys. We can configure our SSH keys now and let us connect without typing username and password, so we will save a lot of time during development. Let's see how we can do it. We Google SSH keys, Git. We just used the second link, generating a new SSH key and adding it to the SSH agent. So we just here follow the instructions and put our email address here. So it's generating public and private keys. I want to save it here. I have already generated it, so I'll just override it. So password, just enter. I don't need a password. We have generated our public and private keys. Let's take a look what can we do next here. So we are starting our SSH agent. We just make sure if it's running. It is running. We get ID here. And we are adding our private key. The private key was added. Now the next step is adding SSH key to our GitHub account. So we go to our project, we go to our account first, profile, settings, we go to SSH and GPG keys, add our SSH key, title, just my first key, so I have already here my first SSH key, and here we go to our public key, open the content and just copy paste what we have there. Add SSH key. So the key is there. Now we can test it. Git push origin master. It asks our username and password because as we set our remote URL, we used HTTPS connection. But in our case, we need you to use SSH connection. We go to our repository, to our project, and we see here, this is the HTTPS connection. Now we can see here SSH connection, so I just copy it. And here now, I can reset our remote URL, git remote set URL origin, and we have copied it. So this is our SSH connection. Now we can test it. Git push origin master. So it didn't ask our username and password, it says just everything up to date. It works, so we don't have to type our username and password here. And let's take a look now at basic workflow in our project. For now, we have only master branch with our initial commit. We create the second branch called development, and these two branches will exist during the whole project. We will never delete them. If we have a bug or are going to create some new feature, we create a new branch called, for example, bug1 and work on this branch. So our changes will not be seen by other developers of this project. The time you need to fix this bug can be very long, so we don't want to affect the stable version of our project. After we finished and tested this very carefully, we can merge the changes to development branch. The same is with the creating new features. We develop each feature on the separate branch, feature 1, feature 2 and so on, and after we have tested it, we merge it to development branch. Every month, for example, you may release a new version. So you merge your changes from development to master and do release. The main difference between master and development branches is that the source code in the master branch is very stable. We merge the changes from development branch only, for example, after our internal quality assurance department or maybe some external one makes a complete test of created features or fixed bugs. Let's see now how it works. We can check all the branches which we have in local repository, git branch. So we have only master branch. We are creating now the new branch, development, git checkout -b, it's a new branch, development. Now we can check the branches. So we have two branches now, master and development. Let's push our development branch, git push origin development. So we can see now, we have here our project and we have two branches, branch master and branch development, which are the same now. Let's take a look now how we can create other branches for bugs or features. We go to Git, check out new branch, for example, bug 1. Now we go to our project files and say, for example, we have a bug, we have some typo. We go to views and our homepage and we say, for example, we have here the typo and we fix it. This is just example. We can see now the changed files, git status. So we see the index.php was changed. We add it to be committed and we commit it. Git commit with the message. We will say fixed typo on the homepage. And we push it, git push origin, so we push it to the branch, bug -1. So we can see it's pushed. We can check our remote repository now. We see the branch was committed 1 minute ago. And we can see here bug1 commits, fix typo on the homepage, and we can see what exactly was changed here. Let's say now we have tested this bug and want to merge to development. We go to our project, we say here bug1, compare and pull request, so we are requesting merge, we are creating pull request. So here we can see that this user wants to merge one commit into master. We don't want to merge into master, so we go to close pull request. So it's closed, it was refused. We go to project, then branches. We go to this branch and say it create new pull request. And now we choose not master, but development. And then create a pull request. So it's checking for ability to merge into development. Then we merge and we are merging it. So we can see now in our project, development was modified less than 1 minute ago. We can see here we are now in development and we go to the views, site and index.php, and we can see our edit is here because we merged it. So we can go to our project and we can delete this branch actually because we don't need it. So it's closed, we are deleting, so we have 2 branches now. Now we go to our local repository and check out to development, git check out development. In our local repository, we don't have yet these changes, so we pull the changes. Git pull origin development. So we can see now one file was changed and we got it. And the same we do with other branches. We create a branch, we make changes, we test it. After we tested it, we merge to the development. And after this, we delete the branch. So we can also delete it here locally. We can go git branch. We see the branch bug1, and then we say git branch delete. And now we check it. Git branch. Nice. So we have deleted the branch because we don't need it. That's all for this video. In this video I told you about Git, the most popular version control system nowadays. We have configured our local repository and remote one on the GitHub. We have learned how to use SSH keys and connect to GitHub without supplying your username and password each time. Last, I have explained you the basic Git operations. I would encourage you to use Git on all your projects and get the full advantage of the version control. Thanks for watching. I wish you much fun with coding and good luck.